Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a evening glam look. I'm going to use my sleek Au Naturel palette. Now if you watched my first video, then you know I use this palette to do this look, which is just my daytime look. So I'm going to start with my eyes, and the first colour I'm going to use is this purplish brown shade from the sleek Au Naturel palette, and that's the swatch of it. And then with that, I'm going to use this purple from the Vintage Romance palette. And again, that's the swatch of it. I'm just going to load up my brush first with the browny purple from the Au Naturel palette. And I'm just going to pat that onto my eyelid. And that's all I'm doing. You want to press this in rather than sweep it across, because you're going to get more colour payoff that way and less fall down. Although having said that, with this particular shadow, there's not much fall down that I get. Love this palette, it's so good. And it was only like, I think £8 if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember how its sleek palettes are now, but I think it's £8. I'm going to go in with that purple, and I'm just going to use the same brush on the same side because I do want them to blend together well. Just load it up really well, tap off the excess, and once again place the colour on. And blend it across the lid as well. So here I've just added a bit more of the brownish purple at the corner of the eyes, just to deepen that up a little bit more, and then I'm blending it inwards. And we're going to use this matte shade here to blend out the crease. So I'm going to take it first on this fluffy brush and blend that out. So once I've blended that out, I'm going to add a little bit of the matte black from the Au Naturel palette on the outer edge of my eye, just to give that a little bit more of a smoky look and a bit more definition on the edges there. Go back with the fluffier brush and blend that out. I'm going to blend until there's no harsh edges left. Take again from the Au Naturel palette, I'm going to take the shade above the black, that one there, on my little finger, and I'm just going to pop that in the middle. Let's go back in with a brush and just blend that out. And I'm actually going to use the same colour as my inner corner highlight, and I'm going to use a really small shader brush to do that. There we go. I'm going to line my waterline with the Rimmel Scandalise Kohl pencil in black, and I'm making sure all the flesh is covered with this black pencil. So here I'm just adding the matte black eyeshadow again from the Au Naturel palette onto my upper lash line. It's just going to thicken out or make my lashes look a little bit thicker. I'm not using a gel or a liquid because it's going to look too harsh. If you do use a gel, then I would suggest just to smudge it out a little bit, just to add to the smokiness of the entire look. And then I'm using the black eyeshadow just to set the kohl pencil that we used on the waterline. So now I'm just adding some of my MAC Prolongwear concealer in NW35 with a damp Miracle Complexion Sponge by Real Techniques. Now with this look, we just want to make sure that there's no darkness under the eye, because otherwise the smoky eye tends to look a bit more bruised on me as opposed to a smoky eye. So I'm just making sure that there's no darkness whatsoever under the eye, and I'm blending that out really well as well. And I'm also going to shape up the outer edge with this sponge, just to basically clean up any eyeshadow that's gone beyond where I want it to be. So now I'm just highlighting my under eye area using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in medium, and I'm going to blend that out once again with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Now this is a really lightweight formula, so it doesn't cake up under the eye and it doesn't really add any texture on top of the MAC Prolongwear concealer as well. And I'm taking a darker foundation to contour with. So it's liquid foundation. This is by Yaby and I'm using a traditional foundation brush just to apply the foundation, and I'm going to blend it with the Real Techniques complexion sponge once again. A little bit of this on my jawline, so starting on the back of my ear. And I'm just going to go in with the sponge once more and just blend that out. So that's the sleek palette, that's the wax there, and that's the powder. I'm going in with the wax first, using the brushes from the palette itself. And just going to brush through that wax with my spoolie. Eyeshadow from Body Shop in Earth Brown, number 32. And very lightly, gonna just dust that over just to set the wax. I'm going in with a flat shader brush from e.l.f. and taking the purple from this sleek Vintage Romance palette and just lining my lower lash line. So we've got the black kohl pencil with the black eyeshadow on top of it, and just underneath that we're putting on this purple. I'm going to use an angled defining brush. This is from e.l.f. and the brown that we used in the crease, so that colour there. I'm just going to use that to blend the purple. And this will add a little bit of warmth under the eye as well, as it did up top. I'm going to use the sleek Face Form palette, which is the contouring and blush palette. Yeah, I'm just going to go in from the top of my ear, bringing it down and blending it. I'm trying to blend it just as where I'm putting it, not blending it all the way up or down. Definitely not down, because it looks like I have a beard, which isn't cool. And I'm stopping at the edge of my eye. So exactly where we put the dark foundation, that's where I'm setting it with this powder. I'm using this highlight. Can you see that? It's a very yellow gold highlight from MUA, Makeup Academy, and it's the Undress Your Skin Shimmer Highlight in Iridescent Gold. So here I'm using a brush that I bought from Hobbycraft. It's an artist's brush. It's a round brush by Dahlia and Rowney. And I'm just using it to apply the highlighter on the top of my cheekbones, in between my eyebrows, down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and on my chin, although I think I did that off camera. And this gives off a really beautiful sheen to the skin. I'm next going to apply some blush, and I'm using Clinique's Smouldering Plum. I'm using the brush that came with it to apply it. It's a plum colour, it's within the same colour family as the eyeshadow, and it's really subtle as well. So I'm now applying the Revlon ColorBurst Matte Balm in Sulfureuse onto my lips, and I'm applying it directly from the bullet, and then I'll blend it in with the Real Techniques accent brush. Now this lipstick gives off a slight sheen even though it is matte. So I felt that the eyes needed to be a little bit more defined, so I added a bit of the purpley brown shade from the Sleek Au Naturel palette mixed in with the black, and I'm just packing that in on the outer corner and lightly blending that in towards the middle. Now just adding on the Bobbi Brown Everything Mascara to thicken up my lashes and make them look more voluminous. I'm now going to set my makeup, and I'm going to use the Nye Banana Powder, which I've decanted into that pot. I'm going to apply that under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, my upper lip, on my chin, and then I'm just going to dust off any excess powder. So that's it, guys. That's my look done. I'm just going to take my hair down. It's been freshly washed and naturally dried, so it's a bit of a hot mess right now. But thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, like my video, and all the info regarding the products that I've used is going to be in the description bar below. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon.